Alright, checking in on the back fence. We stopped here yesterday or the day before, doing some testing, bringing the run down the hill and into here. So just confirming before we get started. Yep, 5.4, 5.7, 6. We got pretty good down here. We're just gonna visually inspect and then stop every couple 100,000 yards or some shit. Test. We've got this old trough, which I'm assuming is fed from this windmill and tank system over there. It's totally dry and decrepit. I don't know if we should fix this or remove it or what. And we've got another tank over here, which looks like it might be fed from the same system. Obviously also dry. So I don't know if we should fix it, repair it, or remove it, or if that's a solar pump candidate or not. Anyway, checking in on this fence. Let's do a little test right here. Pull up on this wood here. Check the quality of this tensioner too. Okay, I can't push it over. Good enough. Uh-oh. 0.7. I'm reading on some poo. 0.7 is not enough. 0.8 is not enough. What happened? Let's find out. Jim tells me this stuff can be a problem, and I believe him. I listen to Jim when Jim talks. Jim's a smart guy. Jim doesn't even watch this. But Jim can now because we brought the internet out. Alright, so we're tracing some outage. We got an outage down at the Jeep, so we backed it up to this kind of breakout of this tank we were talking about, if we should keep or chuck or whatever. So I got 5.5 on this side. I got 6.5 on this side. We were expecting. We come over here. We've got some of these tensioners. We should keep them off the main line or whatever. And then we've got these situations which I've spotted before. And so this power here is coming in at 6.3, and on this side is coming in at 2.3 because half the amperage is cutting down to here. Well, this amperage is coming in at 1 down here even though we just had 5 back there. And then we're jumping more power down to here, which aren't even live lines. So now we're getting 1.5 amps on a lower line that we don't even want active, and readings on this bottom one. So this jump to there to here is totally unnecessary because we're not powering these to normalize this power system out, and we're actually just bleeding good power out into the lower lines back up the system. I mean, look, you can even see on the reader it shows the direction of travel. On this one it doesn't show it. On this one it's uncertain. Yeah, see, the whole system's wigged out. It doesn't even know where it's going or which way it's coming and going. Yeah, here it knows. This is the source. So all these ones are just getting power from this jump and has no idea which way it's coming or going. So I'm going to disconnect these right now, and we're going to retest this because I think this is a fault right here. This is a jumping fault. Okay, so we're past the jump there. We're going to break that, sever that cross connection. We've got these two top leads here hop each other down there, and then here we got a hop, and then a hop down to the second line, which brings it over here, hops it back up to itself, and then again down to these two lower lines. So again, we've got power coming in across the primary line, no idea which direction it's traveling. Backside, no idea. None, right? Still getting some amp, but who knows from which circuit. Is it through this line? Is it coming down from here? Is it coming up? No idea. So we're going to disconnect those, we're going to disconnect this, and maintain these crossover lines here. Amps on the second rail up the chain, and we had a block down the chain. This little wrap right here, this little wrap, you can see the scoring. So we've got to make sure that when we're wrapping these ends, we're tucking them, at least wrapping them to the back so they're not sticking out over the hot line. So now that we've got 5 coming in, 6 going this way, 4, 4, yeah, 5. 1.7 on the lower. Okay, oh, look at this. Just found this, just snapped.
Wait, what?
Okay, following up on that little debacle. 3.5, and again we've got stuff just riding super close, uncomfortably close. We got 4 amps top, got 6 amps bottom, coming across. We pin this up, we tuck those are arcing on the lower, so we were getting nothing for that. Now we're still getting 5. The top had this jumper system coming down. Here's some of the remnants of it. It jumped here to here to here to here. It was essentially powering the whole system. So now we're getting 4 amps here, and we're getting still 4 amps here on the top rack. Then it jumped from here to here, and both of these went across the water trough, where the back line truncated on this insulator, but had another jumper from here to here. So it was half amps coming across between these two lines, 2.5, 2.5. So now this one's dead. It's the back one. We're not worrying about back lines. And this front one here, it's got 3.84. And the secondary line came across on this one, on this tensioned one, not this one. This one here in front's actually a ground. This one here, the tension one, is the power. So this jumper was actually useful, and then it jumps it off this insulator here over to the remaining fence line, whereas this one is on the front of the fence line, so it didn't need to be jumped over. There was another jump series set up here. We took that out. So now we're getting 4.2, 5.2, so we're losing some through that, likely. And more importantly, we're getting nothing on these bottom ones, which is what we were getting before. We shouldn't have been getting any voltage on the bottom ones at all. So, yeah. So now we're getting 5s and 6s. So we're gonna keep driving. Fours. 5.6. So, doing pretty good. Keep checking it. So we got always someone trying to ruin the video. We got a bat broke in half.
Photobomb.
And photobomb out here in the middle of nowhere, getting photobomb. So we got a bat broke. This is a power line here. It's live. No insulator, obviously. We got the negative up here. It needs to be replaced. Back property here. I'm gonna check this one here. Looks like we got an old post down there. We should probably get out of there at some point. All right, so we're just pulling up on this section. We've got blown insulator, we've got tensioners that are slacked, we've got jumps that are slacked, we've got poles that are falling over, we got more tensioners that are slack. So this is, yeah, right here. All day, yeah, spot it from the road. All right, we're gonna fix this. We'll check in, see what we're working with on this side. We got 4.5 coming in. You got 5.4 coming in. Now let's just, for giggles on this side, just see how bad all this is. Just for giggles. Oh, 4.5, not bad on the top one. 5.4 on the bottom one. So we're not losing anything, but we're just in jeopardy of, at any moment, getting problems. So we're just gonna tighten this up a bit and get this nice. All right, tighten up some tensioners, put in some insulators where required. Fix the post up a little bit, 4 amps top. Six amps bottom. This post was coming down, so we reset that. That top support, the reinforcement bar, just needing more reinforcement than it's providing. Tear it off into the crap zone. All right, got some random debris in the road. Stopped to pull this off. It's actually a nice piece of hardwood. I'll probably just keep this. And then we saw this flip over here. So I'm gonna just jump this, put the insulator on the other side, and get this tension back up. So we got cross wires. All right, so checking this cross wire. We heard some sparking. This is pretty standard when they're crossed. So we're getting 4 amps coming into the breach. What do we set? 5.5. So come up here for the crossing. You can see some scoring from that. Top's still fine, but definitely this one, 1 amp in here. So this actually belongs, sparks on this side too, double time. Okay, no more cross, no insulator, no more cross up. Check the power. 4.7, 4.6. All right, so we're still checking the fence here. We're up this kind of craggy road along the county road here. We're getting pretty good signals still. We've had a few off the insulators, so we're just popping those back on and putting nails in them. So we're getting 5s and 5s all the way back. So we'll just keep checking. Got one line off the ground side here on this really old pole. Put all this stuff back if we can. All right, straight. All right, spotted another pretty decent cross up of one of the middle power line. We'll call it the lower power line from now on, the low power line. It's no problem at the moment. The wires aren't touching, so probably weren't going to notice anything, but definitely want to get this fixed up. So coming around the back side here, still checking. We're getting good readings, around 5 on the top and 5.5 on the bottom most of the way. Just taking notes. Got another, it's like one of those wood rat nests in the tree. The sky condo. Cut wood here and there. Look like some logs had fallen off somebody's truck along the road. We've recovered a ladder underneath one of these trees up further up the road here. Just cutting wood. And Jim says no one's to be cutting wood out here. So somebody's quartering up some wood, nice and easy.
Chainsaw.
And just forgot to pick it up, it looks like. We got some more examples here. We got fully down logs. We got burnables sectioned out, looks like, in a pile. And then on this side of the fence, we've got all the refuse stuff. Last 20 yards has been nothing but just sticks on the side of the fence. So let's just keep rolling. More piles of wood. More piles of wood. Yeah, I'm gonna come back here and collect all this wood. Tell them thanks for cutting it up. There's some baling wire.
That's wire.
Oh, whatever, it's my wire now. Goes in the truck. All right, so we were getting nothing up the road. I was checking periodically, so I came back to the last known check spot. Getting 5.8 here. Keep it moving. .48. Five. So had a deadline up here a second ago. Now it's working. So had a piece of plant. Thought I saw arc. Alright, seems like this insulator might be grounding out or something, so we're going to replace it. Okay, replace this vent one. 5.3. So that was weird. That one was reading and then it wasn't, then it was reading and then it wasn't, then you wiggled the wire, it would read and then it would stop. So I determined that once it settled into the hook, it was grounding. I don't know why. Those are supposed to be insulators, not grounders. But nature of the beast. Took it out, replaced it, works fine. So pretty much anywhere I see those hooks, I'm gonna start taking them out. Because apparently they have a lifetime fail. And they'll fail when you don't even know. They won't even look like they're failing and they're failing. They look fine, but they're not. So keep checking. We're back here down by this other windmill, down by the county road. Got some of these metal bats we're grounding out. Did this temporarily. Just gonna come back in and just reinsert these things. The grounds are totally grounded to it. So anytime these wires even touch, it's short. So we're definitely gonna fix these up. We got 1, 2, I think he said 3 or 4 metal posts on this strip. We're gonna address with these things and get this fixed up once and for all. All right, another example. While we walk around after storms, such. Actually, I think we can take care of this. We're gonna pull this over. We've got some inconsistent loss of amperage along this section of fiberglass bats. I noticed that all of these bats have this kind of moss growing all down. So I wonder if that's causing any kind of issue with shorting or whatever. So we're gonna clean up all these, see if we can resolve that. All right, we're getting 5 on the lowers. That one was never a problem. Upper failed down the range, so we got 5 here. Cleaning up this moss on the back. 1, 2, 3, 4 of these fiberglass bats, cleaning up the moss. Still nothing down here. All right, got a serious anomaly going on. Back pole. We're up from the windmill and down from the bull. Kind of reference next to this legacy pole that's here but not here. There's no way this is causing the problem, right? Yeah. So anyway, we're getting inconsistent readings on this top line from 5 to nothing. If we go past these 2 fiberglass bat, I can typically get a decent reading down here. Although it's gonna make me a liar. Well, anyway, between the woods, we got something going on with these bats. I don't know what it is. A little bit up from that other anomaly. This should be dead. Getting nothing. Bottom line was getting 4, 5, 5. Now I'm getting nothing. There it goes. 4, 3. Not certain this tool isn't on its last leg. Jim said it's been through war, basically. Alright, so I'm at 4 here. Sorry to film, work, and drive. Pushing up bugs coming up on you. So we got 5 here. So this bat right here. Okay, chasing down this anomaly, just kept moving down the road. Found this wire was underneath this nail, which is grounded and la 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 la. So I just went ahead and pulled that off. And as soon as I pull that off, it's getting 4.7. So this other one, I did the same thing down here. Gotta reset. Still getting nothing down here. So that's promising. We had a full short there and we had dead line back 200 yards or something. So maybe we'll find another short similar to this up a little ways and fix this one. But got 4.8 on the top. It's better. All right, so first order, got some legacy, the lower line just broke free here. Of course, just shy of the post, which sucks. Just throw that over there so their cows can trip on it. They're the ones that did it. We got one off the insulator. We're gonna nail on that. Got another one. Off the insulator. There you go. Yeah, cool. Quick fixes on these guys. Just gonna nail on that one. Same thing with the lower one there. So then we also saw over here 2 directs. Boom, look at that. Overlapped. So this might be why the lower line's getting nothing. We're gonna fix this and check it. So this section is the one we're talking about getting some reinforcements on to protect us from that big guy right there. Your big bullies. So it looks like we got a spacing of 4 fiberglass bats between the woods. So we got 1, 2, 3. Oh, they're 3 and 4 spacing actually. They're kind of mixed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We'll call it 40 posts. 40 posts. That's what we need out here. 40. Because of that fat guy right there. So I'm just making an observation of the quote-unquote bull damage. I'm looking at this trench this tractor drug, and I'm following this turnabout right here. This guy fully hit the fence. Get it right here. He cut this line. Yep, cut it here. All it came over onto here. Hit this bat, ran it over, and off he went. So we're gonna have to talk to his tractor operator, because yeah, we're still on this bull side here. As I was talking about the 40 posts, I wasn't kidding. So here you can see it's been severed once. That post is wrecked in the ground, broken in half. We got metal posts out here. Got to come out. Let's take it reading real quick. I'd like to see this all wood, just for the bulls. We're still getting 4.6 on the top now. Cleared that anomaly over there at the metal corner. Nothing on the bottom still, not surprising though. Ooh, so we got some more down limbs. They're in the process of getting cut. Yeah, I don't know when that was going on or what, but it seems to be over a year ago project that never really got finished up. So we're gonna come around and clean this up. And we got standard stuff going on here. Going down to this little animal cut through here. What kind of animal? We don't actually have any fence damage, which is surprising for the amount of traffic coming down. 4.2. Nothing still. I've just stopped filming every time this happens because it happens so often, but this fiberglass gets shredded just a little bit. It drops these lines down. Full shorts, full fire hazard, full issue. These things are questionably worth the money. I'm not even sure that putting them in better is an answer, like spending more time tightening these to keep them locked in. I don't think that's an answer either, because it seems like just the littlest bit of shaving when they get knocked out. Alright, it's got a power here. We're now getting 4.7 down to this junction. And this is the ground. This is the hot. This is the hot. Just put it on all of them. Doesn't really matter what it's insulating against, as long as it's keeping, if it keeps the grounds off, that helps too. Check down here real quick. So again, switches. Four 6 at the switch. Four 7 after the switch. I'm gonna flip the switch. Dead. Switch on, live. Down here, check. We're clear. Nothing. Oh my God, not this again. Jump underground, jump underground, jump underground, jump underground. Got a loose, whatever, tensioner, we'll call it, jokingly. Five. Over to this side, and we got bob wire touching this hot, the same bob wire that's touching this ground. You know, I was like, you gotta wonder how long has this been like this, and if this even works, right? I don't think it does. Smells like something died over here. Folks at home don't have to smell it. Alright, so we got 5 going into this insulator, going down into the wherever. And then once it comes out, I don't have any track on it. These aren't labeled. We'll assume they're properly connected, which would probably be an ignorant assumption at this point. But get nothing over here now. Get nothing over here now. So something on this gate's whacked, possibly.